year losing.
And we are back. It's another Tuesday right here at Reboot TV. Jong Uy right here, and of course my two good buddies, John and Paul. How are you doing, gentlemen? John, you're with that Washington Bullets shirt.
Classic.
Well, okay. Magandang gabi po lahat sa nanood ng Reboot TV official for tonight. So, on behalf of the staff and crew, we're here in our new studio dito po sa may Matina banda. Too glad I have shirts here for display. Well,
yeah,
check it out right
looks
here.
good. Looks good.
And of course, we'll be talking about more topics tonight. Of course, I'm wearing a Wizards 23 shirt. Well, as Jong, a Wizard Bullets, or the Washington Bullets palang naabutan niya. But I'm wearing a classic 2003 wardrobe as we talk later on the 75 best players who played in the PBA. That will be one of our topics ngayong gabi. So, sa lahat po ng mga listeners po namin and of course our viewers, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I hope you'll be joining us two and two these years. Magandang gabi.
Yep. Paul, how are you?
Okay, good evening, John and Jong. It's nice to be here again. And yeah, we're here at our new studio. And we'll be talking about a lot of things tonight, from contact sports to
Yep.
something different, something out of the box also.
Yeah, so the lineup for tonight right now is, of course, a, a sort of advices and watch the latest for the digital marketing age. So, yun, we have that one. And of course, later we have a live guest with you right now to talk about the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And after that, we're going to talk about what happened at the NBA All-Star Weekend. And after that, a few here and there in our Philippine basketball. So hope that we'll be able to join us in this 1 hour live talk show here at Reboot TV. So, Paul, give me, no, do the honors.
Okay, our guest for this evening, I
Interview.
ran into our, she's also called the Digital Davaoena. This is Jessica Madrazo. She will be talking about digital marketing for this day and age. So let's hear a few words from her.
All right, here we go.
So digital marketing, the only difference, or one of the main differences, of course, the platform. Everything is done online. But aside from that, because of the really targeted ads, what's happening is digital marketing tends to become more personal. So, like when you see out-of-home marketing, for example, like billboards or advertisements on television, they're usually targeted for the general public. But for digital marketing, because we can target moms, for example, or people with specific hobbies, we are able to customize all the ads, the content that we're making for our target audience. I think I made the mistake of differentiating offline and online marketing first without actually defining what digital marketing is pala. So digital marketing is huge kasi. So there's social media, that's digital marketing. Having a really effective website is digital marketing. Running ads on Google, for example, is still digital marketing. Even TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, all of those things are digital marketing. So that's why I say that it's also more specific because it depends on what platform you frequent and how you use the platform. Basic points. Number one is really content. So the reason why people are on these online platforms is because it comes with a purpose. Sometimes it's to get entertained, sometimes it's to be educated. So you won't be able to do a marketing campaign without any content. That's why there are a lot of influencers kasi sila yung content creator. So what brands do, what businesses do, is instead of making their own content, they go to these influencers kasi it's that vital. Content is very vital. So that's number one. More than money for ads, for running advertisements, it's really not necessarily. I have taken in several clients who were able to run ads. Yung try lang sila, doing ads, just pushing the buttons, putting in the money, but not really creating the proper content for ads. So they spent a lot of money. It's one of the reasons why they hired me. Sabi nga nila, sana yung pera na nilagay natin sa ads, binahiyad na lang namin sa'yo. Kasi they were spending so much, but they weren't really getting any results. So it can also happen for you if you don't have the right content and then you're running ads. Ang mangyayari is you're just going to waste money. Kasi diba, if we're looking, especially one of the top platforms for digital marketing is social media, it's very tempted kasi to just look at vanity stats. Vanity stats, tawag namin yan as digital marketers. It's the hearts, the comments, the shares that you get. Pero, you have all those likes and comments, pero it's not converting naman, diba? So, for example, if you're selling lingerie, just as an example, and then your photo gets a lot of reactions, a lot of hearts, a lot of shares. Kasi it's a sexy lady, but the people who are sharing it are all men, diba? Sila lang yung react. You're not going to sell any product. So, dapat strategic strategic pa rin ang ads. Kahit madami kang pera, it's very possible to waste it. I can't give the exact numbers, but almost all of the platforms, there's really an increase in the number of users, number of time spent online. Kasi di ba everything is online, even schooling, lalo na shopping. So we are seeing a surge when it comes to ad spending, for example. Yung mga small businesses before, they weren't running ads, they weren't even online. But now, even the smallest, di ba, kahit karinderya nakikita natin, they're also running ads. I saw one, I think it's, my friend pointed it out. There's this karinderya in Bukidnon who also deliver, and then they're running ads on Facebook. So that's the extent of knowledge na ng mga tao when it comes to digital marketing. Maybe they don't know it's digital marketing, but at least they know, kailangan ko ng ad sa Facebook, kailangan ko ng ganito, kailangan ko mag-video. So there is an increase in knowledge, and there's a bigger appreciation for digital marketing. So alam na ng mga tao na, yeah, TV pwede, pero even the big brands are also advertising online na. So I guess after the pandemic, naging lang siya mas approachable for the smaller businesses kasi wala silang choice. They also started marketing their business online. And of course, they will see results kasi everyone is online. So yan yung siguro biggest difference. Yung the common people, they aren't afraid to advertise na. They're not afraid to create more content. They're not afraid to try different platforms just because wala na silang choice. On the other hand, because so many people are running ads, it's really more expensive. Very, very expensive now compared to when we still started. Konti pa lang ang mga businesses who are running ads. Mura pa lang per like, per purchase, per video view. But now it's really getting more expensive, and the requirement ng quality. Kasi nga, ang mga tao, they're so exposed on different forms of content na they know if you're just half-assing it, or pangit talaga yung content that you're trying to generate. It's just para lang may ma-post. So alam na din nila. So it's become more demanding, it's become more expensive, but it has also become more approachable to more people. They're not even special tools anymore. Dati kasi, if you want to do a business online, you needed to have a website. You need a website. But now, I even recommend against it na, especially if you're a smaller business, or if your audience, your customers are more used to just, interacting on social media. I don't tell them na don't bring them somewhere else. If they don't trust links, for example, on Messenger, don't send them the link to your website because they will not click it. So now, the only thing that people need is social media, where your audience are, where your customers are. So kung ang customers mo, kunwari, salon, you know that your customers are on TikTok and on Facebook. Then be on TikTok and be on Facebook. That's number one. Next, you need to know how to shift from a personal profile into a page. So dapat naka-page accounts na kayo. You create a page. And then Facebook has made it really easy na for smaller businesses to even add their products on Facebook. So you can create a shop there. If your customers are more used to Messenger, kasi di ba marami ngayon na PM lang for orders even. So there are a lot of chat bots that you can use that can even process payments already. Kahit sa chat lang. So, kunwari order ka sa restaurant, okay, kita mo doon ang menu, you can choose the items, tapos pwede mo i-check out, tapos you can pay diretso. So, they're really that powerful right now. It's one of the tools that I'm really promoting kasi alam ko nga, especially for Filipinos, we're very used to Messenger lang lahat ng transactions. So there are a lot of tools that you can use for that. There's ManyChat, there's Upshop. You link it to your Facebook page, and then you can, you can process orders and payments from your customers. If you're new and you really want to start marketing online already, ang number one na kailangan mong isipin, nasaan ba ang customers mo? Nasaang platform sila? Kahit ayaw mo doon, pilitin mo sarili mo na gumamit ng platform na yan to promote to your customers. Second, kahit anong platform man yan, always remember there are so many free tutorials that you can find. So step by step na yan, where to click, what to do, every step is shown to you. So nasa point nga tayo ngayon because there are so many tutorials that are being done right now. Kung masipag ka, you don't need formal training anymore. If you have the time to do it, and kung masipag ka, you can follow the steps and then you can create the campaigns na kailangan mong gawin on whatever platform. Okay? Next is you need to learn how to take photos and videos talaga. So invest on a phone, kahit phone lang with a really good camera. You learn how to take photos of your products, of your yung output, ganyan, so that you can showcase it on social media. Kasi ang mga tao ngayon maghahanap talaga na where's your proof that you have your store or you have these items on hand or maganda talaga ang product and service niyo. So you need to learn how to take photos and videos of that as well. So those are really the basic three, not even super technical skills. You also don't need so much knowledge on marketing. You can learn that as you start doing it, as you start promoting your business online. If you want to promote your business online, kayang-kaya yan. Nothing is stopping you. Just be brave. Yun lang talaga ang kailangan if you want to promote. Just be brave and start posting. Don't overthink it. And then once you start posting it, you'll see kung what to do next. So that's it.
All right. So thank you, Jessica, and thank you, Paul, as well, who did the interview. But before we're going to talk about it, I would just like to say good evening to our viewers right now who likewise said good evening. Jelan Morales, good evening. Brian Alterado. Hello, Jessica, you're watching. So good evening there. Hello,
Thank you so much.
Ramina Ramos. Yes, pa-shoutout sa pinaka-pogi kong pinsan, si Paul. Alright. Yeah.
Ganun ba?
Yeah. Yeah. So thank you so much, Jessica, for giving us those insights. Actually, that's the way to be, no? So, and for me, of course, sakto din yung sinabi niya na tipong you got to have the right tools such as your phone. Kasi pagtapos ng photo, yun na, no? You could start that one. But I believe, and I know that there's more to that as well, no? So if you go further down the line, if you really want to sort of build up your business, so yun na yun, marami ka nang dapat gagawin aside from that. So Leo, what did we pick up on that one?
Well, as Jessica said, no, you really need to find your target audience or your target market if you're starting a business and you want to market it online. Tapos, gaya nga ng sinabi niya, ngayon, madali na lang ang process. It's not rocket science, ano.
Yeah.
But yeah, it can be learned. Maraming tutorials, maraming free online training kung paano ginagawa ito. And it's really helpful if you use it the right way. Jessica is also the operations director nga pala of Coffee Bot Solutions.
Yeah.
And she's also, a consultant, social media consultant. So she really knows her stuff.
Yeah.
And
okay, go.
yeah, sa mga, maybe we can invite her some more in our future programs or events also.
Or maybe we could create a TV show for her, something like that. Na
Yeah, that's
people,
possible.
yeah, would help
Yeah.
people as well, no?
Yeah.
Listening would help people as well because right now, social media is your network, and the internet or the internet is your playing field. So it's really very huge. Sobrang laki ng kumbaga vast land, kadami mo pang pwedeng gawin. No?
Yeah, I heard ang dami ng naluloka sa TikTok ngayon, no? And so I
Yeah,
think
but
kailangan na rin natin matutong mag-TikTok.
yeah, but when you say TikTok kasi, it really doesn't mean that you're just gonna dance there to that to the music and do what everyone is
exactly.
doing, no?
It's just another tool
Oh.
for
Si John, sigurado ako, sigurado ako, once na mag-TikTok ka, hawak-hawak mo yung alak, tapos may brand yung alak, sayo-sayo ka doon. Yun na yun. That's advertising of the alak that you're doing.
Or sports
pwede nga alak,
sports
pwede nga
apparel,
alak,
or
pwede bola, okay.
Yeah.
So, but it's the
Pwedeng
new way
sports
of promoting.
Yeah, sports gear.
It's the way of promoting
also-
products nowadays. It really helps the people, okay, promote their product nowadays. Kung magti-TikTok ako with the matching alak, maybe the alak more will sell, depende kung sino lang hawa. Or maybe if the shirts I wore, maybe sabi nila, ito talaga panahon niya to. Because I'm pushing it something. Because one thing with the social media nowadays is telling people also what you're doing. Telling people what you're doing, telling people what you are into nowadays. And of course, it will also help them know what are the things that are in nowadays. Kung kami nila yung magte-TikTok kami, or tayong tatlo magte-TikTok tayo, ito, maybe it would hit. Maybe it would hit. Kasi isasuggest ko lang sa'yo. May sponsor nga tayo Band-Aid lang. Pwede na.
delikado yun. Baka
Pati fitness center. In fitness center, pwede na yan. Tapos Band-Aid. So maybe a TikTok for the three of us, maybe, ewan ko lang, kung sasali pa si Direk Paulo dito, si Papa P dito.
Oo nga, pwede.
Kompleto na tayo dito, ganyan. Pero one thing's for sure, that's the new avenue nowadays, especially when the pandemic struck in. That was the new sense of marketing na kaagad Yung nakagad marketing and promotions. So what we're doing right now, I think, is jiving with the times. Yung ginagawa natin is jiving with the times. We really need to adjust As time comes, medyo tumatanda na rin tayo, but we need to adjust with the times. Even though we're retro kids, but we still have to adjust with the times nowadays, di ba?
Medyo tumatanda, medyo pa lang.
Medyo pa lang. Yeah, so very well said. So thank you, Jessica. I think there's still more to it. Sa tingin ko, marami pa tayong pwedeng ma-share regarding that one. Of course, I think I know as well na tipong we could help people, little tips and advices, no? Tapos, pero of course, like na sinabi ko, there's more to it. So that is why she has the services. A coffee bot ba yun? Tama ba?
Coffee bot.
Yeah, the coffee bot.
She's with
Because
Coffee Bot Digital Solutions.
yeah, because there's more to it. So yung cellphone and taking a photo of your
Product,
cooking,
yes.
your product whatsoever.
Your product, your service.
Then that's a very good start. But of course, if you want to, make it more bigger for your business, then definitely there is such thing as advertising investment. So you have to advertise as well the gamit and everything. And of course, people like Jessica who can help you out on how to plan it out very well. So hindi din basta-basta. But cell phones and camera on your phones and post it is a good start. But there's more to it. Yep, there we go.
Okay.
So I hope we'll be able to see Jessica again here. Thank you so much, Jessica. But before we're gonna do that one, before we're gonna do that one, she also mentioned that yes, organic promotions are great on TikTok. So yun. So yun na yun, John.
Pwede na.
Inom ka, sayaw ka,
Pwede ka na.
pakita mo yung ano mo.
Pwede ka na.
Yeah.
Yan talaga.
Yeah. Then, sino pa? Dandan, good evening. Yes, good evening sa'yo, Dandan.
Attorney Jacinto.
Attorney
Dandan
Jacinto.
Jacinto.
Jami
Jacinto Dandan.
Palo, yes.
Okay.
Pa-shoutout
Yeah.
tayo.
Good evening, Jamie.
Yeah, this is your cousin, right? Ah?
That's my sister,
Your
actually.
sister,
She's also
okay.
with, yes, she's
Oh.
also with Coffee Bot Solutions.
Ah, good. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So now, attorney, are you ready? Yeah. Attorney, okay.
Diyan na ata si Atty. Diyan na ata si Atty.
Yeah, he's getting ready. Okay, so Leo, can you do the honors to introduce our live guest tonight?
Okay, our live guest for tonight is no other than the Deputy Secretary of the Filipina Sambo Federation, and he is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu instructor. He's no other than Attorney Julius Macasaet.
Ayun. Good evening, attorney. Welcome to Reboot TV.
Good evening. Good evening, John. Good evening, Paul. Good evening, John.
Good evening.
Thank you so
Good
much
evening.
for joining us tonight. So, to keep the ball rolling, Paul?
Okay, Attorney Jules, what are the updates para sa Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu natin na sport, no? It's a contact sport. So, may mga bagong events ba that are coming up, or are there new guidelines regarding the holding of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournaments, both local and national?
Gladly and happily, Jiu-Jitsu gyms are opening and being allowed from Manila to Cebu to here in Davao. So, but there are limitations since meron namang social distancing. So, limited ang number of practitioners pwede at a certain period of time. Manila started their tournaments, super fights, mga last month, I think. Cebu, no tournaments yet. Mindanao, no tournaments yet. International tournament, it's on pretty much bago katatapos lang ng Europeans sa IBJJF. And then there's Japan, who always have tournaments. So internationally, there are a lot of tournaments, and plus there's the upcoming ADCC. The best of the best no-gi players are going there. So it's pretty much it. So Jiu-Jitsu scene is pretty much still alive and kicking. Besides the pandemic, ongoing pa rin.
Okay. Attorney Jules, with regards to yung Pan-Asian, is it still happening, yung Pan-Asian Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu competition that we also have here sa Pinas?
We still have to confirm when, if it's going to be allowed, but hopefully it will be allowed soon. Kasi it's parang, if we do contact sports, it doesn't mean na we're gonna get infected. Like parang wala akong nabalitaan na na-infect during tournament and during practice and training ng jiu-jitsu. So it's pretty much unfair for sabihin na contact sports will cause COVID. Kasi
Delikado
have you
daw.
heard
Yeah.
yung mga bubbles na ng jiu-jitsu and other contact sports, wala namang naka-COVID. So parang it's unfair for us.
Yeah. Attorney, I ran into Mark Lim of Limitless Gym, no. Sabi nga niya medyo na raw, nagbukas na sila ulit, and then operational na. Yun lang, medyo guided pa rin and very careful, limited pa rin yung mga practitioners. So, in your case, you also have your own dojo, di ba? So, anong mga guidelines ang ino-observe ninyo, like right now? Na medyo
Sad to
nasa
say,
level pa
sad to say, my Monteverde dojo closed down due to change of management. Yung lesser ng management ng Veterans Bank building nag-change. So we had to vacate it. But I have two affiliate clubs, which is our sa LCB, which is in Villamar Obrero, run by Chris Ryan Centillas, my purple belt, together with Nathaniel Gandesa. And then the other bubble is somewhere in Landmark, bahay lang, and a few members with. It's also run by Carl Philip Katungal, my purple belt rin. So he has his own bubble there. So pretty much I don't handle classes right now, but I do train with my higher belts once in a while kasi may bata, may baby, so hindi pinapayagan
yeah.
paminsan.
So, medyo critical, so medyo careful.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Sa naman, with regards to Pilipinas Sambo, kumusta yung role mo as helping out as the deputy secretary of the team, since 'di ba meron ding upcoming events for Sambo?
Medyo limited lang role ko ngayon because excuse me, limited role ko because of their training sa Manila kasi mostly in Sydney, sa France, and then bubble type of training. So I pretty much nagko-communicate lang with Alas. Paminsan sumasali ako sa online training. I just observe and give advices to game plan, and pretty much a planning lang, and to physical training not really much.
So
medyo limited lang role ko nga for the meantime.
Okay. For the information of everyone, ano ba yung medyo kaibahan ng Sambo and ng Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? As
the uniform.
Yes. The uniform. Oh,
The
course.
uniform.
Yeah, the uniform first. Pero yung more of they're both 'di ba? They're both involved in grappling. They both involve grappling and throwing. So anong take mo doon on that different
the rules pretty much Sambo doesn't allow chokes and strangles, unlike jiu-jitsu. It has tons of chokes and strangles, and then with terms of leg locks, Sambo's from beginner nila to advanced, leg locks are allowed, pero yung sa jiu-jitsu it depends kung anong organization. Like some organization like IBJJF and white belts and kay Coach Camphouse na tournaments, they won't allow straight foot locks sa white belt. Pero yung sa Dumao, Asian Sport Jiu-Jitsu, they allow from white belt na ng foot locks, and then more foot locks lang sa sa Sambo. And more throws kasi Jiu-Jitsu a lot pull guard.
So there's no striking like in BJJ or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
No.
Yeah.
So puro lang grappling lang.
Puro grappling and locking lang.
Hug.
Yeah, hug and lock.
Okay.
Hugs.
So hugs,
John?
tight hugs.
Yeah, I just like to ask Atty. Macasaet, ano yung tamang edad na pwede ang isang bata mag-start ng jiu-jitsu?
I think anytime na the kid would listen, 2-3 years old, mahirap ang attention span, so I don't really advise them to train around 3 years old. Pero some kids do. Depends lang sa
3
attention
years
ng
old.
span ng bata. If they could kasi dati we had kids na yung mga 4 and 5, they sandali lang sila and attention span nila konti. Sa club ko, sa team ko, mostly I cater to professionals and then older guys na mga tawag nito, hobbyist lang. More of hobbyist ang team namin. Rather than yung sa kabilang team sa Davao, which is DefTac and Limitless, they are more, I hate to say that they're more younger. So they compete more.
Yeah. And
They're
their
more
competition, more competition oriented sila sa sa Limitless and sa So with regards to yung proper what do you call this? Preparations for those who would like to engage in BJJ or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Anong mga dapat i-take note? Siyempre, this is grappling and choking and submission contact sport.
Yeah.
Oo.
If you're gonna try the sport, you don't really have to be prepared or something. You just be prepared to learn. Kasi most common mistake, people will think na I need to get fit before I get to practice. That's very wrong. Because if you're gonna train, you'll get fit. So just have an open mind, an open heart, parang gano'n na white belt mentality. I will learn. Kasi let's say, some of my contemporaries, my backgrounds came from judo, na black belt. I started as white belt rin sa jiu-jitsu. So it's a new journey. Some martial artists kasi when they go to jiu-jitsu, they're thinking na black belt sila agad because they're from a different art. it's a totally different sport and a different art. So you have to have a white belt mentality, and then just learn, enjoy the process.
So in other words, dapat open-minded ka. Ano talaga.
Yeah.
Hindi ka open-minded nga. Hindi ka masyadong stiff with, flexible ka.
Just learn and enjoy.
Okay. Attorney, just to give the audience or our followers and viewers a rundown, ano na yung mga nasalihan mo na tournaments sa local and sa international? Can you give us, highlights
international, Taiwan Open, gold. The best ever tournament
Best
for
finish,
me is yung
yes.
sa best finish yun. But best experience siguro yung Asian Open sa Masters Division sa Japan. Kasi you get to compete with the best of the whole of Asia. So it was an honor to seemingly represent the Philippines at the same time represent my club. So it was great.
Okay.
Nice.
Local, Panasians, Dumao. We regularly go to Cebu to compete in Dumao. Asian Sport Jiu-Jitsu ang nagpapatakbo noon, and then once in a while Manila for Panasians and other tournaments which is run by Coach Camphouse. Sad to say we limit our trips to Luzon due to the politics of jiu-jitsu there. So mas maganda sa Cebu.
Meron din palang gulo ang
Hanggang din dyan, ha?
Oo.
May konting rin pala.
Yeah.
May konting tension din pala ang BJJ.
Konti.
Konti.
So,
John,
So,
something to
kung-
add? Sorry.
sige, Jong.
John, ikaw
ganito.
may ka?
Okay, may follow-up lang ako kay kasi biglang sumingit si parang Leo kanina eh. Yung, ang tanong kasi was
Sorry.
early, anong age magsimula? Hanggang anong age limit mo ba? Yung mga 45 and above, pwede pa ba yun? At saka yung sumali ka sa Masters
Pwede.
Division.
Wala na, masakit na yung mga...
Anong edad mo that time sumali ka sa Masters Division?
Masters Division is when you get to 30. Tapos progress na yan na Masters 1, Masters 2,
So, master ka na.
Masters 3.
Master ka na, John.
Every 5 years,
Wow.
Yung Super Master, ilang taon na yung Super Master?
There are people na still competing around 55, 60. And there's
Wow, so
abroad, there's mga 17 na nagko-compete pa rin.
Wow.
Okay. So it's
The-
still
the-
open
siguro the
for
oldest-
our ages.
Yeah, the oldest student I ever had or teammate was a few years back, mga 3 years, 4 years ago, si Sir Jerry. He was around that 15 na pati yung papa ni Jaren, around 50 plus rin during time. So age
Golden boys.
it doesn't they trained and they were really pretty good for their
For the
not
age.
just for their age, they were pretty good.
Yeah,
They're
nice.
pretty good. So by basic talaga sila that time before they
even
went
yung mga
into
medyo-
Jiu-Jitsu.
ano na.
May basic talaga sila that time. Before they entered Jiu-Jitsu, may basics talaga sila that time. For example, like Judo, which is...
They were just siguro, they were athletic and they were into martial arts and they were into sports and health and fitness. So, But however, meron din kaming mga na from being, let's say, obese and then they wanted to lose weight. We trained them and they lost weight. Sad to say, when pandemic hit, they stopped training and tumaba ulit. So, I have to reach out to them again and then make them lose weight.
So meron lang ibig sabihin, may fitness jiu-jitsu na ngayon. We could always have that fitness jiu-jitsu. They want to learn jiu-jitsu because they just want to be fit.
You can't really say na it's just fitness jiu-jitsu. You learn jiu-jitsu primarily to defend yourself because it's primarily a self-defense. Although it gets lost in the way na people concentrate as sports na lang. We concentrate as sports, but we don't really forget the self-defense aspect about it. So, yun. So anybody could learn from any age so long as they're open to learning. Kasi merong paminsan nagtatry and then parang susubukan ka lang, oh, does this really work? And then you choke them out and then it works.
They just tap out.
Tap out. So,
Yeah.
nabalitaan ko rin na some gyms are offering Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for law enforcement. I think I saw it one time. Local police personnel are also practicing BJJ na. It's really helpful with their with their job, since yun na nga, when you try to engage somebody na medyo aggressive, you need to submit them in such a way na hindi rin harmful for them masyado. Hindi mo naman pwedeng diretsong barilin or something. So
Yeah.
it's good that yung mga martial arts like contact sports like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is also being utilized by local law enforcement, local armed forces, plus including Sambo. I think Sambo is also trying to get into the picture with the law enforcement tie-ups.
Yeah, sad to say, wala pang nag-train ng law enforcement officers dito sa sa jiu-jitsu. I mean officially there are some who train but not sanctioned by the organization, like walang PNP official jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, lang.
It's best that the police would or any law enforcement agency would learn martial arts, because sometimes you see sa news na lang na they can't handle it. Parang they can subdue it immediately, the aggressor, parang walang magawa. Tapos tagal na standoff, and then ang raming daldal ng tsaka threat ng aggressor. If you know martial arts, then you could submit him or pin him down or subdue him as fast as you can, and then go about your way. Like perfect example is like yung sa Tagum, the stabbing incident. They ended up shooting the guy holding a knife, which is hindi na aggressive na, although there was a stabbing incident, it was far away.
Yeah.
What's funny is like the PNP are issued yantoks or arnis right now, but nobody knows them or kulang instructions nila.
Kulang,
So,
medyo kulang.
no, they should have i-reshape dapat ang law enforcement na hindi focus sa guns lang and then focus on martial arts. Kasi they could subdue the aggressor kung ganun eh. From the escalator down and then you're just gonna shoot the guy na walang threat.
Yeah.
Di ba? It's
parang
kind of sad.
Medyo drastic rin. Yeah, medyo drastic din. Di ba? We don't want to
If they were-
it to reach. Yeah. We don't want it to reach up to that level. Na
If they were
barilin mo
properly
nila.
trained with their yantoks or their arnis, they would easily palo lang sa ulo, then wala, subdue na, parang ganun. So they were afraid of the knife, but they're armed, and yung iba merong yantok. So parang more martial arts training for the police and law enforcement officers. Parang yun, they need it. They really need it.
Yeah. And
Regardless
course,
of what
they also need-
what form of martial arts.
Yeah. They also need to siguro to some of them in the field also need to be more alert, no? Yung presence of mind nila when it comes to engaging these kind of individuals, yung mga medyo aggressive nga. Kasi paminsan when they tone down, pwede man namang isubdue ka agad eh. You don't need to shoot the guy. Diba? So,
Yeah.
Jong?
Yeah, I'm fine with my last question for Attorney Julius Macasaet.
Ako may
I
question.
hope more tournaments sa Sambo
Yes.
will come for
we'll
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu here in Davao.
We're missing
So, I hope.
Hopefully.
BJJ. So, yeah.
So, attorney, a question ko lang is, okay, when you go into training with this one, would this be a sort of a self-defense na na tipong you could use this for self-defense, na since that's, di ba?
Yeah. Definitely, you could use it for self-defense.
So, yun yung kung yung kalaban mo, of course, knife or pamalo, 'di ba? Something like that na you could use this kind of skill to defend yourself.
Yeah, you could still, pero regardless of what your skill levels, any martial art, if the other guy has a knife, then there's still a danger of being injured. So awareness pa rin, and then preparation, and then presence of mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. So moving forward with what's going on here in Davao, any upcoming events, more or less, for the rest of the year?
Or preparations
For the
for
meantime, no tournaments for, I think, in Davao. But Left Davao just opened with John Howe. It's parang they're na-rebrand ang dojo nila into Studio 82, run by John Howe and his crew. And then there's Limitless, who just opened again with Mark Lim. And then our club is at LCB Villamor Street, run by Chris Ryan Centillas. And then Carl's bubble lang kasi yun so I can't really invite those people doon. So and then paminsan siguro nagka-cross train ang clubs because we normally do that. And then may kasi Stella connection ng Mauritian connection ng Jiu-Jitsu dito sa Davao. It's
okay.
like I'm a Mauritian, John Howe is a Mauritian, Mark
Same
is a
here.
Mauritian.
Yeah,
So,
same here.
same here.
Same here.
So, ayan.
different batches lang.
Peace yung atinista.
Easy atinista. So,
Peace lang.
any more with regards to Sambo, walang any updates from you guys pagdating sa online training ninyo? Wala bang
Regular yung online training led by Coach Alas, and then I think it's gonna open up for more viewers who wants to learn
Okay.
Sambo.
Okay.
Parang they would make it open to the public rather than to limited lang. So I'm waiting for that na anong platform gagamitin nila na mas maraming ang pwedeng sumali.
Okay.
All right.
Jong?
Attorney, before we give you your last few messages, marami nagpapa-shoutout sa iyo eh. Teka.
Pa-shoutout daw. Pa-shoutout daw, attorney.
Sino ito? Potpot Noah, 98 Wireless.
Wow.
Carl
Yeah, kasi we're
Katatungal.
affiliated with 98 BJJ.
Yeah.
We have an affiliate team sa Cebu, run by Jojo Padilla, and in Surigao, run by Kong Quintero. And then sa Cebu, ang newest namin na affiliate si Matrix Jiu-Jitsu is with Leo Gerlan. And then ang headquarters namin sa Arizona with Professor PJ Pajes and Jay Pajes, the older brother. Yun.
Yeah, okay. So, Carl Katungal, Wireless BJJ Sensei.
Yeah, he's one of my purple belt.
Yeah.
Ayun.
Ariel Abragon, hi po, Master, pa-shout out.
Abragan. Yeah, he's the
Abragan,
regional
yeah.
director sa Region 10 ng DSUD.
Yeah.
He's a fraternity brother.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. So, Leo,
Okay, so
we're good?
yeah, we're good. So, attorney, final words.
Messages?
Invite mo yung mga messages, invite mo yung mga gusto matuto ng Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and gusto matuto rin ng Sambo.
I'm inviting all of those who are interested to learn martial arts or to learn self-defense. Learn Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Doesn't matter kaninong club who belongs to. Close-knitted naman ang Jiu-Jitsu community sa Davao. Sambo still is starting off, and it's maganda ang start. So anybody who wants to learn Sambo, who is intrigued by the Russian martial arts, you could ask Coach Alas or Coach Tangkun Chan to join kasi meron silang program dito sa Davao and sa Manila. And then I also want to plug, we started a YouTube channel, my team,
Nice.
Fish with Guns BJJ.
Wow.
We started uploading the
Okay.
videos kahapon. And then we're gonna start posting more videos, more instructionals. hopefully you'd subscribe din doon, like and subscribe.
Sure.
Fish with Guns BJJ.
All right. So, check
Okay.
that out.
And then pa-shoutout naman sa sa sponsor namin sa sa Liza, si Alisa. So si Liza of Liza's, kasi sponsor namin yun lagi, pati si Jaren sa sa ng team. And then Marino Party List,
Yeah.
si Atty. Legaspina.
Yeah.
Yun, sponsor rin namin yun. And then si Nat Grandesa sa yung Rock Spec t-shirt provider namin.
Not
So,
that,
yun.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Maraming salamat.
aming lag rin namin si Rex Pilongo, aming Rex namin sa team. He's our logo designer rin. If anybody would want to contact him, he makes great logo. And then I would make the shout out to my beautiful wife, Dr. Casey Cruz.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi, Doc.
Good
Hi,
evening,
Doc.
Doc. Yes.
Good evening, Doc.
All right. Okay. So,
Ay, tama. One more thing, sorry.
Yeah, sure,
I would make also shout out to my HSAC family, Human Settlements Adjudication Commission. Hi to all of you. And my
Yun.
brothers, Alex Taliones, Paternitas. Good evening.
yes.
Thank
Good
you.
evening sa inyong
Okay.
lahat.
Good evening sa lahat.
Yeah. Attorney,
Yeah.
thank you so much for, spending
My
time
pleasure,
here
my
with
pleasure.
us. We hope
My
that
pleasure.
you will be able to have more tournaments, hopefully within the year. So let us know, and Reboot TV will
Hopefully,
be there
God willing,
to,
God willing.
yeah.
Yeah, God willing.
And in case you have, you have something that you want us to share to everyone and to our audience, let us know. We will be here
Sure,
for
no problem.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Okay, so attorney, thank you so
Thank
much.
you, attorney. Thank you,
Thank you so
attorney.
much.
Thank you, thank you,
We'll
thank
see
you. Thank you so much,
you
attorney.
soon.
Thank you so much.
All right. Maraming salamat.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. There we go. Thank you so much, Attorney Julius Macasaet. And, well, there you have it. So,
Pwede pa mag-jiu-jitsu.
Pwede ka
Yeah,
pa mag-aaral ng
45.
Brazil. Kita mo, may Mauritian connection, Jong.
Yeah, yun na nga eh.
Pwede.
yeah, yun
Pwede
na nga.
pa. Pwede tayong
Alright,
mag-try
peace
out.
dun sa atenista.
Peace sa atenista.
Atenista naman
So,
din kami. Ikaw
Atenista
naman.
din.
Atenista naman din kami.
Yeah, partly.
Yeah. All right. So moving
Okay.
forward, of course, part of our discussion tonight is what happened last weekend. If you weren't able to see it, that was the NBA 75th anniversary during the All-Star, and they were able to mention the 75 greatest players of all time. Are you happy with the pick, John?
Yeah, I was about happy of the 75 players, but I think they missed one or two people there.
Sino?
Huh?
Ako meron sila na-miss eh. Sino sa'yo?
Yeah, if I pick, I would rather pick Dwight Howard. of
Yes,
Orlando
yun
Magic.
din
And-
ang gusto kong
And,
sabihin.
and the other one is Tony Parker of the San Antonio
Yes,
Spurs.
Tony Parker.
That's my top two pick. My third was maybe Pau Gasol of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Ay,
That was
oo
my top
nga.
two.
Tama.
Hindi
Pau
nakapasok.
Gasol.
Hindi nakapasok.
Yeah.
yan,
Hindi nakapasok.
So, yun ang mga snubs na I had with Dwight Howard, Pau Gasol, and Tony Parker. Yun ang mga snubs ang nakita ko na hindi nakapasok yan.
Yeah.
Yeah. But regarding that All-Star weekend that happened in Orlando, Ohio, it was a great return for the King, LeBron James, he was also part of the 75 greatest players as voted by or named here in the NBA, along with of course, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson,
And-
Dennis Rodman, among a few of them.
Yeah,
Well,
so...
it was quite a star celebrity weekend that happened in Cleveland last weekend. Of course, you only watch it on TV back then.
Yeah, of course. But it was a nice celebration also. Nakita-kita itong mga greatest players, of course. These were the pleasantries that happened after the announcing of the 75 greatest players, and I just really wish Kobe Bryant was there to
Yeah.
witness it. Yeah.
He was one of the most
They're
applauded.
missing the Black Mamba, so
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were missing Kobe Bryant back then, but he was one of the most applauded when his name was called as
Yeah.
one of the greatest guards of all time.
Yung ano ko lang, meron lang ako napansin because in the greatest forwards, the last name was called was LeBron James. Okay, so I believe the last sort of the best. Pagdating naman sa guards, of course, the last was Michael Jordan because he was the best on that. But Kobe Bryant was mentioned a few players before the last. I was really thinking na siguro second to the last would be Kobe Bryant, then Michael Jordan would be the last. Pumasok pa si Ray Allen eh. Ray Allen, then Steph Curry,
Ray Allen,
bago nag Michael Jordan.
Yeah, but napansin ko rin yun. But yeah, maybe
John,
that's how they called it lang. How they called it.
Yeah.
Did Reggie Miller make it, John?
Yes, Reggie Miller was there.
Yes,
Si Miller time. Yeah.
Dwayne Wade and Allen Iverson was also
Ayun,
mentioned.
AI.
Yeah, AI.
So,
Carmelo Anthony.
Ano ba ibang highlights during that during the greatest players? I missed the All-Star. Sorry guys. I missed the All-Star game. Wasn't able to watch it. So, ano ba ibang highlights nun dun?
Yeah, so right now we're gonna mention all of the winners of contest. Now, starting off with the 3-point shootout. Wow.
Yeah.
So he's the first big man. Carl Anthony Towns was the first big man to win a
3-point shootout. He scored 29 points final, beating Trae Young of the Atlanta Hawks, and I think it was Luke Kennard
of LA Clippers.
LA Clippers. Yeah, he scored 29 points in the finals and became the biggest or the best first center. The first center who won a 3-point shooting title.
So a lot of new names are really coming up, huh?
Yes.
A lot of new names in the league.
Actually, he's not new. Carl Anthony Towns is not new to the league right now. He's been there for quite some time.
Timberwolves.
Minnesota.
Yeah, he's been a player for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He's not that young. Trae Young was quite that young. And look, Kennard for the Clippers. They were
matanda na yun.
2 to 3 years. We're 2 to 3 years na playing in the league.
I saw a YouTube video. I think it was just taken by a random person. Carl Anthony Towns was asking tips from Steph Curry.
How to shoot.
Kung paano siya mag-shoot. Steph Curry was going onto the stage and Carl Anthony Towns was sa baba lang ng stage and he was asking narinig pa yung audio eh. So tinatanong niya if pagkuha ba daw na yan ng bola, will he look at the ring or not? So, ano daw unahin niya? Magtingin siya sa ring while kunin yung bola? Bola or magtingin sa ring?
Bola, ring.
Something
So
ganon. Sabi ko,
he was asking pointers from
Steph Curry. Then sinabi ni Steph Curry kung ano yung ginagawa niya. Hindi siya magtingin sa ring. He just get the ball, then tingin, kumbaga instant. So,
with the follow through.
Yeah, with the follow through.
That is Steph Curry.
Yes, of course.
He's one of the great. Actually, he's one of the best shooters that night. He eventually won the MVP of the All-Star game.
All-Star game.
Scored 50 points. Steph Curry scored 50 points. 50 points. Hindi lang niya nahabol yung the highest scoring All-Star.
He made 16 3-pointers. Of 50 points, total 50 points, right?
Yeah.
50 points, 16 3-pointers, 2 points shy away from Anthony Davis, who scored 52 points. No?
In 2017.
And he broke Paul George's record of 9 3-pointers in 2016.
Wow.
Galing.
But LeBron James made the buzzer beater.
Yeah, buzzer beater.
Score.
Fade away.
Buzzer beater for fade away, a classic patentic MJ fade away that helped Team LeBron won over Team Durant. The score was 160 163. 160 to 163. So Steph Curry had the limelight, but he was shared by LeBron James. Yeah, who went back to kasi Cleveland was hosting. It was the Kings' home.
I think Jong is a big fan of the Lakers, so
of course. Win or
Talagang
lose, Lakers.
win or lose.
Yeah. Okay, John.
Also was came big that night during the All-Star. Also that came big was the New York Knicks, Obi Toppin, who won
Yeah.
the slam dunk competition. Okay,
Yes.
Obi Toppin, won the slam dunk competition. If I remember it right. He outplayed Jalen Green of the Houston Rockets, the Philippine American Jalen Green, Cole Anthony, and of course Juan Toscano Anderson of the Golden State Warriors.
But a lot of NBA media analysis doesn't like,
Yeah.
the slam dunk
Even-
contest.
Yeah,
Bakit-
even
bakit
I
ganun?
did
Anong
not-
nangyari?
I did not like it
Ayaw-
much. I did not like it much. Too many
Yeah.
missed dunks.
Yeah, too many missed
dunks.
And not so much of,
Hindi masyado
about-
flashy.
hindi
and,
masyado flashy. They were asking if Ja Morant sana ang sumali. Yung the high flyer Ja Morant of
Yeah, of the
Atlanta
Memphis
Hawks?
Grizzlies.
Memphis
Memphis
Grizzlies.
Grizzlies.
Memphis Grizzlies, yeah.
It's in the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yung tipong, he's only 6'2", and when he jumps, yung head niya nandun na sa rim. That's
No,
how
sa rim.
high flyer he is. So,
He's a really high leaper pala.
yeah, high
So,
leaper. So, ano talaga?
So,
And-
parang si AI din kung ano, no? Kung
Spud
titignan
Webb.
mo.
He play.
Spud Webb, yeah, Spud
Yeah.
Webb. Spud Webb.
Yeah, Ja Morant best reminds me of a young Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose,
Of
yeah.
Derrick
Chicago,
Rose.
yeah. He best reminds me of a young Derrick Rose from the Chicago Bulls back then. He's explosive. He can jump, can dunk. He can have game winners. And maybe can be the franchise face na ngayon ng Memphis Grizzlies. I'm also betting for the Memphis Grizzlies ngayon to enter the playoffs and be one of the top 4 contenders in the West.
Ah, nice.
Because
but-
of Ja Morant.
Yeah, because of Ja
Because of
Morant.
Ja Morant.
Okay, before we continue, shout out for Adrian Andeng Flores. This is Adrian,
Yeah.
publisher of The
That's,
Perfect Drive, PH Magazine.
Yeah. Yep.
Good evening,
Hello.
sir.
Hello,
Adrian.
good evening,
Good evening,
sir.
sir. Good
Adrian,
evening, sir.
Andeng.
Thank you so much for
Hope we
watching.
play.
Good evening.
Hope we play golf. Hope we play golf next
Soon,
time. Kung makaparating
soon.
kami. Oh, soon.
Yeah.
Play golf.
Nice. And moving on, this is the skills, yung nanalo is the
Skills challenge will be
Yeah.
the Team
Skills challenge.
Cavaliers. Okay?
Team Cavaliers.
Yeah, Team Cavaliers. Yeah. They were composed of Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, and Jared Allen. Yun yung
Jared
tatlo.
Allen.
Team,
Puro bata.
Sa Cavs.
Puro
Puro bata
youngins,
yan.
the youngins.
Ang
If you
maalala
did
ko,
watch this,
ang maalala ko
Skills
dyan,
challenge.
yung The Antetokounmpo brothers, galit na galit si
Ah.
Giannis sa mga kapatid niya kasi
yan
natalo
ang mga kapatid
sila.
niya. Natalo sila eh.
Yeah.
Tapos si Mobley pag gumawa ng yung half-court shot which
Yeah.
gave them the trophy
Gave them
that
the...
time.
Wow.
Title.
So that's
It was a
the...
fun-filled weekend. It was a
Yeah.
fun-filled weekend sa NBA back then.
So that's the NBA All Stars. Of course, more to come for NBA because the playoffs are coming in
Cups are
soon.
coming.
Yeah,
Yep.
coming in soon. And the two favorite teams that should be competing in the NBA Finals, which is the LA Lakers and the Brooklyn Nets, are in 9th and 8th respectively. So there was a huge trade by James Harden and Ben Simmons. Hopefully the Nets can maybe can
Or maybe the
Or maybe
Philadelphia
the-
76ers.
yeah, 76ers. So hindi kasi pag simulan ng season, everybody was really looking at Lakers versus Nets. Lakers versus Nets. Favorite is winning Brooklyn Nets, but still
Yeah.
it's because of Kyrie Irving who doesn't want to get vaccinated, and now they are really suffering because of that one. And James Harden,
Yeah.
That attitude.
That's very
Yeah.
unfortunate, no? That's
Yeah.
very unfortunate.
Attitude.
very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Okay, moving forward, one unfortunate is my favorite team in the PBA is leaving. So this is the Alaska Aces. After
35 years.
35 years.
35 years.
5
Yeah.
years.
That is my favorite import, Sean Chambers, and of course, Jolas and
Jonas.
Johnny A.
Alan.
Alan Kaydik.
Alan
This
Kaydik.
was during the
Yeah.
San Miguel versus Alaska. Wow. So,
What is your favorite, Jong, matanong ko lang, Jong. What is your favorite Alaska moment?
Grand Slam.
Grand Slam.
That year, if I remember it
Anong
right,
year yun?
that is
1996,
1996.
96. I think.
Yeah.
Naalala nyo.
Of course, the Grand Slam.
The
Yeah.
Grand Slam. Yeah, it
Mr.
was,
Fourth Quarter Man, Jolas. Johnny the
Jolas.
Flying A. And,
But
yeah.
one of my personal favorites for the Alaska, one of my great memories of the Alaska team was way back in 1990, kung maalala nyo yan.
Sige daw.
Sino yan?
It was
Sino ba yan?
A,
Sino ba yung...
a high-flying Mr. Excitement all.
Wow.
Bong
Alvarez.
71 points.
Yeah.
71 points.
Yeah,
against
tama.
Formula Shell.
Yeah.
169 to 138. Kung maalala ko pa na tama yun, it was why I was a big fan of Alaska na back in 1990
Yeah.
because of Mr. Excitement. 71 points,
Yeah.
walang gaanong stress ang ginawa ko. Puro pasok at free throw.
Puro,
At
yeah.
the end of the third quarter, maalala ko, he was scoring 50 points na sobra sa third quarter pa. So parang tinuloy-tuloy na lang yan hanggang sa fourth quarter and eventually finished with 71 points. Okay?
Wow.
Yan ang isa sa mga Alaska moment maalala ko. I was a fan of Alaska back then in 1990 before the Chicago Bulls won its first title because of that Mr. Excitement, man. Bong Alvarez.
well-
And eventually, I was a fan na during the Grand Slam. Then of course, Bong Alvarez played for San Miguel. So doon na naman ako.
Yeah.
He was a journeyman back then.
Sa mga coaches naman ng Alaska, no? If one of the best coaches that I know is Tim Cohn, of
Yeah,
course.
Tip Con.
And Alex Compton. Also,
Alex Compton.
Alex-
Yeah. But Alex
yeah.
Compton didn't win any championship? Meron ba?
No,
Wala, no?
No, I didn't think. I don't
No.
think so. But it was Tim Cohn, and of course, I think Coach Chot also had a stint with Alaska, but as an assistant coach.
Yeah, assistant coach eh. Tapos kinuha siya ng
Oh,
Pure Foods eventually. So right now, the coach of Alaska is Jeffrey Carriazo, right?
Yes, yes.
Tama ba? Okay,
The current
so-
coach.
Last hurrah.
Yes.
Last
So after
dance
the-
of Alaska this year.
After the PBA Governors Cup, they're going to be, bidding farewell to the first pay-for-play league ng Asia. But
Yeah.
I heard parang may interesado yatang bumili ng franchise nila. I don't know. I think it's Chooks to Go and SMDC and Villar group of
Wow.
companies. So we'll wait and see kung ano no.
Alright.
Yeah,
There's a Davaoena playing for the Alaska Aces right now. There's a Davaoena. It's Alin Bulanabi. He's playing
okay.
for the Alaska
Yeah.
Aces right now. Now I think he's gonna suit up for tomorrow's game. Yeah, I think he's gonna suit up for tomorrow's game when they take on the NLEX Road Warriors at 3 p.m. Okay, so the Alaska Aces will be playing the NLEX Road Warriors tomorrow at
okay.
3 p.m. followed by the San Miguel Beerman up against the Phoenix Super LPG. That will be the main game at 6 p.m. as the PBA resumes with live audience at the Araneta.
Wow, finally.
At the Smart Araneta Coliseum.
No bubble. Yeah. I
No
really
bubble.
hope that
Bubble.
yeah, I really hope that this is going to be, patuloy na sana, no? Tuloy-tuloy na.
In Davao?
Yeah.
In Davao?
In Davao, I don't
In
know.
Davao? No competitions.
No,
Only beer drinking contest.
Yeah, drinking contest, yeah.
Yeah, because lately nag-loosen up na rin tayo with serving of liquor in public food establishments.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll be able to that. Okay, before we go, we would like to thank our new producer and director, Paulo Castillo. Thank you so much for
Thank you very much, Paolo.
for
Yeah, gising pa siya. Gising pa.
Gising pa si Paolo. He's still here with us.
And we're going,
Salamat,
hopefully by next week, we're gonna change the production. These two gentlemen right here will be a stay put on that studio of ours, a new studio. And of course, aside from that, why did we build this new studio? Because there are a lot more happening, not only on this channel, but of course, new channels will arise
come
soon.
up.
Will come up,
Yeah.
yeah.
new
All right.
programs are soon to come up out of the
Yeah.
woodwork.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
We're gonna do what
Okay.
Mom Jessica Madrazo said. We have to have content. Yes, of
Yeah.
We have
course.
to have
So we're
content.
adding
We'll
we're
add, we'll
adding up
add
a few
more content.
we're
Yeah.
adding up some new things to our lineup.
All right.
So John?
Yeah, John. Last few.
Okay. Well, okay, before I give my parting shots, well, I'd like to congratulate the AAK Davao Warriors for second place
Yes.
overall during the
AK.
Mandaluyong
Congratulations.
Ikata tournament. Well, gold medals, 7 gold medals for AAK Davao, courtesy of Helena So and Sofia Agulo, who had 2 gold medals.
Yay.
Adrian Paul Laya, Craig James Infesto, Enrique Agulo, and Enrique
Nice.
Agulo. Also, they placed second overall behind the MKKPI, who had 13 golds and 7 silvers. So, congratulations to AAK Davao Warriors, courtesy of Romel Tan and the rest of the gang. Second place overall in the recent Mandaluyong Liberation Day Ikata competitions. And of course, yung ating Davao Chess Eagles.
Eagles.
They're
Yeah.
currently 11 wins and 4 losses in the ongoing 2022 SMC All Filipino Cup Pickup Tournament. Well, they won over third conference champion San Juan in their previous matchup with a come from behind, not coming, it's come from behind victory 11-10, which had their 11th win and 4 loss in the team standings. So yun ang medyo
Wow.
update po natin sa dalawang
Congratulations.
naabangan natin na laro. Okay?
Yeah.
And of course, I'd like to shout out to 2 good friends of mine, sila Jem and Jong Zamora. Okay, I miss your dinuguan and I miss your music. I miss your
Yun.
kainan. Magandang gabi po sa inyo, Jong and Jem Zamora. Maraming salamat for ito po yung shoutout niyo galing sa akin. And
Jem
of
Jem is
course,
watching. Jem is watching
Yeah.
right now. Ah.
Kaya si Jem, I think the wife of Jong is watching or nagpa-shoutout sa akin. Okay, I got it right. Jem Zamora and Jong. Thank you so much. I hope to see you soon sa Rock House natin. You know where it is.
Wow, Rock
Eh,
House. You better
Rock
invite
House,
me there. You better
Yeah.
invite me there, huh?
I'll bring you to the only lone house of rock in Davao. Mahilig
Jem,
ka
you
sa
didn't
gitara.
said that you have a rock house. Okay.
Rock House,
So-
Rock House.
Yeah, Paul.
So, once again, in behalf of our friends and crew dito, maraming salamat for listening and of course, viewing Reboot TV. Okay, more topics kami sa susunod. Magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat. Jon Develos po sa inyo.
Paul.
Okay, thank you very much to all our viewers and followers. And salamat din sa mga guests natin tonight, including our live guest tonight, Attorney Julius Macasaet for the Brazilian Jiujitsu and the Philippine Sambo Federation. And Jessica Madrazo, the Digital Davaoena. Again, on behalf of us here at Reboot TV, thank you very much.
All right. So that's it for us for this week. We'll be back next week, Tuesday, 8:30, and of course, aside from that one, we're gonna try to fill in all the days in a week. Of course, Racing Line will also be live on the Racing Line channel this Thursday, also at 8:30. So, in behalf of these 2 gentlemen right here, and of course, our producer and our director, Paul Castillo of Durian Sessions, we're gonna see you next week. So, good night, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Sa lahat na pa-shoutout, maraming salamat po, and sa lahat ng guests namin. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.